Hello fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams Books Courage, and today is another Top 5 Wednesday, this one being about red covers. In the number 5 spot we have The 10th Circle by Jodi Picoult. And as you can see, this cover is very minimalistic looking. It just has very basic colors like red, gray, and white on it. And I just love how these colors look together. I feel like sometimes Jodi Picoult's book covers look very over dramatized, and so I just love the simplicity of this cover. I don't know the exact details of this plot just because I haven't read this book yet, but I know it's about this girl and she starts dating this boy and her dad doesn't like it. And so that's a very simplistic summary of this plot, but I'm really looking forward to reading this book eventually. In the 4th place spot is Fire Girl by Toni Abbott. Again, we have a very minimalistic cover. It just has a bunch of paper dolls, and then we have one that is a gold and kind of burned on the edges paper doll. And so I feel like this cover is very symbolic of the story. It tells the story of a girl who has a lot of burn marks whenever she got in a very bad accident a few years back, and so she's behind on her education, although she is very smart, and so she's just trying to make friends and be normal. And what's heartbreaking about this novel is that there really isn't a way for her to be normal. She keeps moving from school to school to try to find a doctor who can help her with her burn marks. She might eventually die from these burn marks just because they're so horribly bad. And it's just a very sad middle grade novel, and it's very short. I read this within the span of a day. And the main characters were very adorable together, but it's also just a very sad read. I enjoyed my time reading it, but just be prepared if you read this that it is a very heartbreaking story. In the 3rd spot, we have The Elite by Kiera Cass, which is the 2nd book in the Selection trilogy. Honestly, I love all of the Selection covers, this one being my least favorite. Although it's not that bad, it's just I don't really like the dress featured on this cover. It just kind of has a weird texture to the dress, and some people have compared it to bacon, and I kind of feel like that kind of makes sense just because it is a very weird looking dress, although I still love this cover. This trilogy is kind of like The Bachelor meets The Hunger Games, and I enjoy both of those things, so I really enjoyed this trilogy as well. It's about a prince having to select from 35 girls, one girl to become his princess. And so if you like dystopians and also fairy tales, I would definitely recommend you check this trilogy out. Some people don't like it, some people love it. I personally love it. My runner-up red cover is Inkheart by Cornelia Funke. This has a lot of fantastical elements in the story, and they're also all featured on this cover. If you look at any of the Inkheart trilogy covers very specifically, you can see all the little things on them that just make this cover so beautiful, and I really enjoy looking at these covers and also reading these amazing books. It tells the story of a father and his daughter. Both of them can take characters out of books just by reading the story itself, and so it's a very interesting concept, and I really enjoy reading about it. And also the main characters in these novels just love reading, and I love reading about characters who also love reading, so I would really recommend you guys check out this book along with the other two in the trilogy. In the 1st place spot, I have Allegiant by Veronica Roth. And I don't care how you feel about the novel itself, but I really love this cover. It's just a beautiful blend of colors, really. It just has this beautiful blue and white, and then the red, yellows, and oranges within it, and it's just so beautiful. For a long time I considered this the most beautiful cover that I own, but I still really enjoy this cover. I won't really tell you very much about Allegiant itself, but within the Divergent trilogy, there's just this amazing main character named Triss, and she just tries to defeat a system that is very messed up, and it is a dystopian trilogy, and I would definitely recommend you guys check it out. Veronica Roth has an amazing writing style, and you can just fly through these big books. But I just love looking at this cover just because all the beautiful colors within it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I would love to know down below what your favorite red cover is, and I'm gonna go get back to reading.